Namaste, new humans and beautiful light tribe. Close your eyes and just breathe into the fullness, the expansion that is here now. The beginning of a brand new year. Really tune into and feel the space in your heart as that same expansion, that same fullness, and breathe deeply into that reservoir of light. When we are really still, we recognize that this new energy is no longer about clearing the past. It is about putting our love and our passion, our joy and desire into the future, into what we are creating. This is the new spirituality lighting the grid of a new humanity. I was in the Shining One's vortex up at the ancient site earlier today, and they had a lot to say about this now, this new year of 2016 that I was guided to share with you here in this way, with sound and light and visual stimulation. We are blessed at this time with a very unique shift for our planet and species. And as we talked about in the January 3rd webcast of the New Human Energies, this period of transformation will take all of our focus and love and intention. There is a very unusual yet beautiful swirl, a spiral of ancient energies, light codes, activations, and bizarre experiences happening as unity consciousness expands within the current ascension timeline. And even as so much seems so defiant of unity in our world, still, and even because of, the light is expanding on this planet for those determining to live consciously. Everything is accelerating into a greater and higher light than we have known as a species thus far. I personally feel such a profound level of gratitude for the magnitude of the path that is unfolding now. One of the embodiments that the Shining Ones really emphasize about the year ahead is that of courage. It is almost as if, in response to the negative energetic of defiance, acting out, anger, the consciousness of war and separation being demonstrated throughout the world of form, that we can balance what is spinning out of control by defying anything that we feel holding us in separation, in lack, in limitation, bound, and in fear. In other words, use the same energy for good. People will often say they don't have fear, but if there is anything unchanging, dense, weighted, acting as resistance in your world, that is a manifestation of fear. Yet, deep inside, we know that the other side of every fear is freedom. 2016, the new and very refined energies in the current ascension movement are in support of a life defined by courage, daring to go beyond the scope of the identity you know yourself to be. This is the shift point that is going to yield the highest outcome for ourselves and our world this year. Being brave is synonymous with taking risk. Anytime you take a risk, it unhinges the conditioned self, the ego's bravado and surety of all things. And I'm not talking foolhardy risk for the sake of risk scenarios, like going to a casino and betting all your money, for example. Whereas investing in something that your guidance, which is your feeling nature, is telling you is a new earth energy or endeavor, something that will open up and expand your path. Or perhaps moving across country because there is a place that you have always longed to experience, that you feel in your soul. Things like this are the risk that will crack the shell, the remaining shadow or illusion in your life. These new earth, new paradigm, Christed light frequencies are working really hard to dismantle the old structures on our planet and need our help. So money, for example, one of the most entrenched constructs for humanity. Shifting money around from the safe attachment, withholding, and controlled reality. Risking letting go of what you think you know, and a willingness to put all your trust in your love. 2016 is an epic reset of old patterns. And true, there is no guarantee of anything. But if you are at all serious about spirituality and discovery of unknowns and seeing a new power emerge within this humanity, dare to do the thing you cannot do. Dare to truly listen now to the still, small voice within and act on it. I have a simple note card on my wall that's been there for years, and the shining ones were flashing it in my pineal body, my third eye today on the trail. Do one thing every day that scares you. Listen well. Pay attention with your heart here. If you are not making your own knees wobble and thinking you are not sure you will land on your feet with the leap you are about to take, you are playing it way too safe for the magnificence of this time, this moment, this ascension passage before us in the guise of 2016. 2016 is a 9 vibration and a universal year numerically, which means it is slated to be an epic year. We, humanity, are empowered at this time, individually and collectively, to use energy for good, to harness the energy that is here now, to awaken and give life to the dream within. And not for selfish gain, but because we are remembering how necessary we are as visionaries and way-showers and expounders of truth for the sake of balance and harmony and love. There is no waiting. The Shining Ones have offered this edict many times to the emerging new human. Jump now. Take the risk. You may be metaphorically on one side of a very high cliff and not at all sure that you will land on the other side if you leap, but you gotta leap. Now is the time. This is what the current ascension energies are supporting. The mystery, the undefined spaces vibrate with the same wisdom and vision and level of mastery as the crystalline DNA. You understand the mystery well in your soul, and moving into that nothingness, while it freaks out the egoic aspect, it is an activity that lights you up from the inside out. Playing it safe, settling, choosing logic over instinct, These are not wrong or lesser choices, but they engage the carbon-based DNA that limits. It's almost like putting a cap on your abilities and capacities for growth and remembrance of the divine light that you are. "2016 is a year to complete unfinished business and move confidently in the direction of your deepest, truest self. This new direction will be supported by inner wisdom, intuition, life mission, a new leadership, and service to others. Spend time and intention determining what that looks like for you, and let nothing stand in your way, especially your own fears. The more you complete, forgive, surrender, let go of, and move beyond in 2016, the more cycles you will bring to a close, and the more space you create to fill with epic new levels of creation and self. Don't wait for perfect. Trust and move into new. There is something only you can do that the world needs you to remember now. Clear away all that limits you and set upon a life defined by the courage to evolve. This is the nature and wisdom of 2016. Meditate on what that courage looks like in the current reality you know. Set yourself free from what you think you know. Pull out the stops and be brave for love.